What's your background, Leo?
My mom's Colombian. Not
Colombian. Okay.
Colombian. And my dad's Argentinian and Italian, which this is why I'm wearing Argentina. If they win one more game, they play in the World Cup. And
yeah, right.
Most people would agree that they have the greatest soccer player in the universe of all time, Lionel Messi. So if he wins the World Cup, he's like cemented as the greatest of all time. And I showed you his Instagram. He's got 389 million followers and a very hot wife, Danny.
Whatever. I used to play soccer when I was in 5th grade, not even 5th grade, when I was 5 years old. I used to chase around the soccer ball. My mom would bring me there in the Ford Windstar. Good stuff, Messi.
You ever score?
You're playing a game that 5-year-olds.
Yeah,
you ever score a goal?
Hell yeah, dude.
I never got into soccer.
I was an old dude. It's a child's game.
You think I'd be
What
into
you would
it.
like about the Argentinian team? It's a bunch of Danny Mullens, dude. You know what the goalkeeper did when he saved 2 penalties against the Netherlands? He went up to their bench, went like this, and he goes, "I fuck you guys twice." He said that to him.
Well, that's bold words from a man who's basically playing with Legos.
That's true.
It's a children's game.
It's a children's game, but there's a lot of pressure. You know, they got their nation really following closely. You know what I mean? You know the views the World Cup gets?
Oh, it's so
wild.
exciting, Leo. Yeah, 1 goal per game is considered really high scoring.
Look, I understand.
So
I'm not going to
exciting.
go watch an MLS game, but I will tell you that the World Cup is an exciting event. It's an event. It's like countries battling each other
How
for
do you
supremacy.
The camera is about 30,000 feet above the stadium. That's what it is. It's just like this bird's eye view of a bunch of idiots chasing around a round thing. How do you even know it's Messi out there? Messi could just pay some other guy to run around. The cameras are so far pulled out.
You can tell because of the way he like moves, basically. But you're right. There is there's a lot of people that do agree that there needs to be kind of a production change in the way they show soccer, and there has to be some closer angles and stuff like that. There's definitely a lot wrong with the game, and I completely agree with you. But there is a mass appeal that's interesting, and I don't think we'll ever really understand it.
It's war. It's like war, but no one's dying.
But no one's dying.
Yeah.
That's 100% what it is.
What it
It's
is,
the
yeah.
truth. Yeah, that is what it is.
I sincerely hope people who play in the World Cup.
What?
What?
If something bad happened to the
They did. You know what happened? There was a journalist, Danny, in Qatar. Qatar is a country where you don't have white privilege.
No, well, their civil rights, their human rights, are really up to snuff over there.
You know what they did to the journalist, buddy? His name was, I forget his name. We can probably look this up. He decided that he wanted to wear a Trans Lives LGBTQ shirt to the game, right? Against Argentina and the Netherlands. He suddenly came down with a mysterious illness and he died that day in the hospital.
Wow. That's the only thing redeeming about soccer. Because
what?
Listen to
me.
me.
They killed a guy?
No, listen to me. Listen to me.
Every once in a while, a game gets like really violent, right?
Oh yeah,
they'll rip someone's head off.
I mean, that did happen in Brazil. They sliced a referee's head off and they put it on the stake, on the flag.
I like that. I like that.
This guy, dude, they fucking smoked this guy in Qatar.
I thought the official story with this guy was that he tripped and fell and hit his head.
See, there's different stuff going out around everywhere. I heard it was an illness.
And I want to specify that I was not celebrating this man's demise.
No, of course not.
It reminded me that, okay, let me put it this way. This is going to seem pretty dark. But soccer, we can say objectively, is the worst sport ever invented. Your Yu-Gi-Oh tournament was more exciting, Austin. There's no stakes.
Okay.
A guy, if a dude gets hit with a blade of grass, an errant blade of grass hits him in the leg, he falls to the ground and starts crying.
Well, that is because that's part of the game.
A great part of the game. Wow,
it's not a great part of the game.
That's nothing. Okay, it all sucks.
Wait, what about golf? Is golf a sport?
Golf is better than this. Okay, golf. The good thing about
people
golf
that watch golf
is when you're playing golf, you're probably out there talking about pussy, or you are finalizing $100 million real estate deals. Okay?
That's true.
Real stuff gets done on the golf.
Some shit goes down.
Real stuff. Soccer, though, it's a bunch of overpaid crybabies chasing an orb. I did it when I was 5 years old, and I probably did it better. The score is 0-0, and it usually ends in a draw. The only thing that's redeeming is that the stadium is built on a bunch of dead bodies.
It was the modern day slaves, I presume. 400 is the number, I guess, of deaths.
I mean, that's the only thing that links it back to the gladiatorial times of old. It feels a little bit like the Colosseum, not because the guys in there are doing anything cool in competition. It's because it was so perilous to build the place.
It's wild. Penalties are kind of exciting. Have you ever watched a penalty shootout?
Yeah, I love it. I love when they pull out a yellow card and go, hey, stop doing that. It's mean. I love it. It's a great sport. I can't get enough.
We should slide tackle people in public as a bit, though.
I would love that.
That would be kind of fun.
You know what? The only good thing about soccer is the guys get concussed when they do headers.
Yeah.
I hope they all really start emphasizing headers. I hope they make it illegal to kick the ball, and all you can do is headers, and I hope everybody gets CTE.
They should just make it to where they can punch each other.
I like that, too.
Oh, God.
You can punch each other, and you can head the ball, and you can, to kick a goal, they prop up one of the skeletons of the guys who died building the stadium. And you just have to behead him with a soccer ball.
Oh, nice. What about the family? What about the family of that gentleman? Huh, Danny?
They mount the skeleton of the gentleman like a skeleton in science class, and they line up his family.
Oh, they line up his family too to watch.
This is how the PK system works.
Oh, my God.
And then you got to, from 30 yards, you got to get the ball right on the guy's skeleton and just behead it, right on his skull.
Well, I guess like the sheer misery that his family's in is going to distract you and make you a little tighten up a little bit. So the stakes are going to be high.
We need to reinvent
stakes
soccer.
Are going to be high.
Yes, Leo. We need higher stakes.
Okay, the way it was really what the game that it came from and Resume. Where are you from?
I'm half
you saying he's
Mexican, half
Mayan?
Iranian.
How- he is Mayan.
He is half Mexican, half Iranian. But listen, the Mexican, like I don't know if it was the Mayan culture
hip game?
the hip game that
that what
ended
it's from?
with the other team getting killed.
The winner got killed.
The
from what I
winner
understand.
got
Winner.
killed.
Sacrifice.
The winner got killed.
Sacrificed
Because that's the thing I love. I love the arguments that like, oh, it was so peaceful in the Americas.
Native
until Columbus came.
yeah.
You love that too, Reza?
Yeah,
I love that. I love that. But the
noble savage
yes,
myth.
Yeah.
but at the same time, 100,000 people are getting their hearts ripped out at the top of a ziggurat. But
Yeah.
we're supposed to ignore that. But that was another thing. They would just, if you won the soccer game, they wanted to give the gods the best people, the kickball game rather. So they would sacrifice the winners. I see where you're going, Leo. We absolutely must apply that to our new form of
You
sport.
could remake the game of soccer and then have fans come out and play according to your new rules.
Be great.
Like if you take your dick out.
Oh my
You-
God!
Of
Yeah, what happens
course.
if you take your dick out?
What are you talking? It's me and Leo. Of course, taking your dick out is going to be a big thing.
It's a good thing. It's going to be a positive thing if you take your dick out.
I think we give, basically we need Nico. Every game needs Nico. Maybe we get his little brother. We have to breed Nico. So we have a bunch more Nikos for the future.
He played a lot of soccer too. He played high school soccer.
We
Nico
get
was our
Nico.
cameraman, Reza, if you remember him.
Oh yeah.
We
yeah,
get
I remember
him.
Nico.
Nico
Yeah.
at halftime, Nico gets completely blacked out. We load him up on dick pills. And he like watches deer having sex or something until
my
he gets like
God.
really aroused and starts masturbating. And then we turn him loose. We turn him loose on one of the benches. And they just have to kill him with their bare they have to find
Killing Nico bits. You come up with a killing Nico bit way too often. One time you were like, hey, Leo, what if we just fucking get a helicopter and drop Nico out of it? It's fucking hilarious.
So, dude, I filmed with Danny Duncan this weekend.
that's dope.
And he was going to do a bit where this Australian daredevil he knows was going to jump out of a helicopter. And we were trying to negotiate getting Nico into the helicopter, getting him to jump out with his wee out.
Dude, wait, Danny Duncan didn't offer him a bunch of money?
That's what we were hoping might happen.
I didn't.
But the helicopter thing, it was a no-go because it was cloudy.
Yeah,
But
let's not do that.
I asked Nico, I was like, dude, if Danny Duncan, because he's so fucking rich, if he was like a 25 grand to jump out of the helicopter with your little wee out.
He's doing it.
He's doing it.
on.
But Nico attacks the opposing bench, and they just have to kill him with their bare hands. Or one of Nico's descendants, because we got to breed Nico. And he's completely naked, and he just comes at him like a wild man.